Universidade Nova.
Nova Doctoral School celebrated its first anniversary on January the 20th at Nova's Rectorate. During the celebration, Nova Doctoral School presented the results of the first year and the course offerings for 2014. Universidade Nova de Lisboa is one of the top universities under 50 years old, according to the ranking QS Top 50 Under 50. QS ranking criteria recognizes employer reputation, international faculty and faculty-student ratio. Mário de Carvalho, novelist and member of the General Council of Nova, won the 2013 Literary Prize Fundação Inês de Castro with the work A Liberdade de Pátio. This is the 7th edition of the award, which annually distinguishes literary works on the myth of Inês de Castro. 4 of the ISEGI's master's degree were classified in the top 8 ranking of the best masters by Eduniversal. This international agency publishes an annual ranking of the best MBA and master's degrees in the world.
ISEGI has applied for the first time to Eduniversal ranking. As it is well known, this is a ranking about the best master's and MBA courses in the world. And we have applied with 4 courses in the fields of marketing, research and customer relationship management, in risk management, in information systems management, and also in the area of business intelligence. And in all cases, ISEGI courses have been ranked as the best of Portugal in their categories, and also always ranked in the top 8 of the world. And it is important to mention that in 2 cases we have reached the top 3 of Europe, and in one particular case the top 4 of the world. These results have been obtained taking into consideration several criteria. Eduniversal considers mainly 3 criteria: the reputation of the school, the satisfaction of the students, and the level of employability and salaries of diplomates. And also there are complementary criteria, like the existence of e-learning, the existence of connectivity between the school and the alumni, and also the existence of international accreditations, and also the internationalization of the course. All these criteria together produce this result, and of course we know that to be among the top 8 of the world we have to be very well evaluated in all of these points. But there is one in particular that we can mention because we know exactly what is our situation, and this is related with employability and salaries. Nova University produces an annual study about the employability of the diplomates, and we are quite aware that the situation of ISEGI diplomates in all levels of teaching is basically a situation of full employment, with salary levels quite above the average. And of course, this particular result has significantly contributed to the position of ISEGI in this ranking. Also, I would like to add that these results appear exactly in the same year where we have achieved 2 other important indicators. First one is related to the fact that we have been accredited as members of iSchools, which is an international association that brings together the top 50 schools of the world in the field of information sciences, and also in the year where we have passed the first stage of ABET accreditation, which is an international accreditation related with the field of information systems, and we believe that we are the first institution in the Iberian Peninsula to have passed this phase of accreditation. Also, to the extent of our knowledge, this is the first time that a Portuguese institution achieves such high position in this Eduniversal ranking. And this is very important because it brings a message. This is a message about work, quality, commitment, innovation, that tells us that if we put all of these ingredients together, we can be among the best of the world, even with significantly less resources than most of our competitors. And of course, we are all very proud of the result. I mean, the school, the university, and even, I hope, the country. But the most important thing is not to forget that the rankings and accreditations by themselves are not important. What is important is what is behind this. And the accreditations and the rankings are only important by the message they bring, which is a message of recognition of the quality and the international level of the teaching that is offered in ISEGI. Finally, I would like to say that we believe that with these results, we will increase even more the level of internationalization of these specific courses, knowing that we already have about 30% of foreign students in our master courses. And I would say a final message, which is also about the importance of this ranking as a message and a recognition to all of those who seek in the international market a high quality course with international level, and also the ones that seek a training that is challenging and of high profile, saying to them that they can find in ISEGI the answer to their ambitions.
Nova School of Business and Economics is the #1 ranked business school in Portugal. Nova's Masters in Economics is the 7th best in Europe and #1 in Portugal. These results represent the best performance by a Portuguese school in the history of the Eduniversal ranking.
The question is then about how we can maintain our reputation and how we've been increasing the ranking of the Nova Master in Economics. So actually the Eduniversal rankings, they are based on 3 main criteria. One is the reputation of the program, and the reputation of the program is measured both by surveying human resource managers who are potential or actual employers of alumni of the program. And then there's also the reputation of the school, because of course when you have a school with a better reputation, then the programs of the school also have a better reputation. And our school has recently been upgraded from 4 palms. So Eduniversal reputation of the school is measured in palms, and we have been recently upgraded from 4 to 5 palms, which is actually the highest grade in terms of the school reputation. And that has obviously benefited all our programs. So reputation, first of all. Secondly, the first salary. And for that, what we do is we report the average salary of our graduates to Eduniversal, which then cross-checks the information with the graduates. And it adjusts it for the income level of the country, which is actually something that is good, given that we are in a country where wages are relatively lower than other European countries. And then the third criterion, which is actually a very important one, is the satisfaction of the students. So all our graduates are surveyed by Eduniversal, and they are asked 11, I think, different questions on different aspects of their academic life at Nova. And apparently they are happy with it, and that I think is something very important to us, because we really nurture our relationship with the students, both when they are here and when they leave. And we really encourage them to give us feedback, and then we take their feedback into account in improving the programs, and I think that creates goodwill when they answer. I think they really enjoy their time with us. So then there are other criteria that can help us also increase in the ranking, which are the diversity of the nationalities of the program, and we have around 1/3 of foreign students, so that really helps us. And also the response rate in the surveys, which, as I said, given that we have this close relationship with the students and the recent graduates, that helps to have this feedback, okay? Because students, they feel, they identify with the school, and they feel that our mission of improving in the rankings is also their own. And we see this as really a common good, because it's good for us, it's also good for them as our former graduates. So things that we have been doing for the Master in Economics, to improve, because we went from 22nd in Western Europe to 20th in Western Europe to 7th in Western Europe this year. We have been changing the curriculum, both by incorporating feedback of the students, the former and the current students, and also of the potential employees. And we have also done a benchmarking of, so last year what we have done when we were top 20 is we looked at the 19 masters in economics which were above us, and we benchmarked them. And then we you know, taking also into account what are our strengths, what do we have to offer, we adjusted our academic offer accordingly. And then I think our Master in Economics is really a very good experience for the students, a very rich learning experience, because what we have, we provide them with what we call the hands-on approach. And by hands-on approach, I mean that the students are encouraged to really get their hands on real data, on actual policy applications. So we collaborate a lot with different institutions, official institutions. And we have a very active group of students who are the Nova Economics Club, whom they really, you know, they really work with real-world institutions, the government and so on, in working with data. And also, since we recruit very good talents from scratch, so that means that one year and a half later, which is, you know, how much our master program lasts, we have these excellent talents that then are trained really to get their hands on real economics. And I think that just makes them strive in the real world. That's what we see. So it's also, you know, also thanks to the quality of our students that we have these results.
NOVA coordinates the project FELLOW-MUNDUS, an Erasmus Mundus partnership which strengthens the cooperation between Latin American and European Union universities. This project enables the mobility of students, academics, and non-faculty staff through a scholarship scheme. Applications end on March 14th.
Universidade NOVA